In this project, I'm using an Arduino Uno to receive signals from this infrared sensor, and I have an LCD display, OLED display to be more exact, to show the time between two signals. So first, I use the regular loop to read the signal on a digital pin and show the information on the display. Later on, I decided to change the technique from reading the signal in the loop and basically using an external interrupt for that signal. So what happened was that after I combined the interrupt feature with the display, I couldn't get any information. Basically, I had absolutely no information, neither from the sensor nor on the display. I couldn't get any information on the serial monitor on my computer. I did some research, and it turned out that the problem was because of my display. You may notice that this display has 4 pins. Basically, this display is an I2C setup, and it doesn't work with the Arduino Uno when you have an interrupt on your device. When you search for information on displays, most of the information out there tells you that, yeah, you have 2 options, SPI and I2C, and you can go with either of them. But there is a fundamental difference between I2C and SPI. I2C needs an interrupt to communicate, to work, an I2C display. So when you are using an interrupt with your hardware, particularly in this case, using an external interrupt to monitor your sensor, you will have a conflict, and your setup won't work. So I just recently received an SPI display. It's basically the same display, except that now it's set up for SPI communication. And I simulate the same signal. Now I'm using the external interrupts on pin 2 and 3, and I'm grounding them as if I'm sending a signal, and this setup works pretty well. So I thought I share this information with you. The bottom line is that if you are using an Arduino Uno and you need to use your interrupts, particularly external interrupts, or perhaps I haven't checked, but I assume that if you use internal interrupts, that would be the same situation. If you use the interrupts, the interrupt doesn't go with I2C displays. You need to use SPI display. The disadvantage of using the SPI display is that now you have 7 different wires to use. 2 of them are basically the voltage and ground, but you need to dedicate 5 pins to your SPI display. So keep that in mind, and I hope this information is useful to you. Thank you.